Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everybody? We are back again. Jabari, you ready for tonight? Sorry, gone missing, folks.
Oh no! I'm here. Thank you.
No worries. You ready to do this tonight?
Yes, I'm actually super pumped about tonight. I'm familiar with all four players who will be playing tonight. Quite familiar in a couple cases.
Yeah, some names that we recognize around here. So, going to be interesting. Some longtime Discord members here. Great. Call versus Andrew here will be set number 1. Map selections are available on your screen. Call has Jungle Nomad. Andrew has Monkey Lanes. Draft is Call grabbing Mongols, Kumans, Khmer, and civilians, while Andrew has Mayans, Britons, Vietnamese, Franks.
Yeah, Andrew is showing an extremely clear preference for archer civs here, which actually kind of goes against what I remember him playing like. While Akkal has gone for a real grab bag of wacky civs, I'd say.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I couldn't even tell you who he's picking on Arabia at this point. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Sicilians, but on the other side, Andrew, any of his civs would do just fine. Arabia as well. But we won't waste any time. We're gonna dive right in, guys. 1 second, we'll load in game number 1, where I am at 5 seconds when you are.
Loading the game right now. 1 sec, please.
No problem. It is gonna be Andrew here in the gray with Mayans, Call in yellow with Khmer.
Cool, and I'm ready when you are.
2, 1, go. All right, back again. These beautiful, furious monkeys running around. Scouts got to love. Base here for a call. Looks a bit trying. Can wall up rather easily here. He does have a gold way back in the corner, but his main gold rather forward. Khmer, though, we'll see what he goes with. Wacky civs indeed, but Khmer, very solid mobile civ for this one. On the other
Yep,
side,
and
go ahead.
I was going to say perhaps we should introduce the players themselves before we talk about their situations in this one map. You know, Akkal is a big streamer himself. I know he hosts a lot of tournaments. I actually won a Nomad tournament that he hosted like a year and a half ago, playing under the name King Kong. I was thinking T90 might have stolen the idea for his current Nomad tournament from him. Uh, yeah, always good to have another tournament host and streamer participating here.
Yeah, and he has been streaming tournaments for months straight. It feels like he's done so many. So I think he was casting a 3v3 today. Well, even the finals. So good to have him here. And then Andrew on the other side, longtime sub and supporter of the channel in the Discord. Also, I believe you guys shared a series against one another, and
Yep.
it may or may not be my favorite series that I've casted to date.
Yep, I've learned a lot since then. Reflecting on it, we took it to 5 games. He was definitely the better player at the time. My 2 wins came from a douche and from Arena Cove, just winning water. I lost every conventional land map. But we actually met again recently in another tournament, and I beat him pretty decisively in game 1, and then he accidentally deleted his TC in game 2. So it wasn't a totally proper rematch, but I'm feeling much better if I end up needing to face him again here, which I might actually in a couple rounds.
Yeah, going to be a lot of fun. He forgot about the TC that he did. He's at.
Yeah, I was actually Cumans, so there was a moment in Feudal Age when I was up 2 TCs to 0.
Oof, that is a bit painful. But nonetheless, we'll see how it works out between these two. I would favor Mayans personally, but maybe that's just me. Interesting build here for Paul, as not needing any buildings to go up to the next stage. He is 100% on food economy, so 14 vills, 14 villagers on food.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be some sort of sick scout rush, if I had to guess. Nothing but houses and then a stable. I like it. Mayans, though, I feel they're just like a conventionally stronger civ. Khmer, it just seems so tricky to play. I don't know. I think that they're kind of like Chinese and that the pros are able to take full advantage of them. But unless like they are your pet Civ and you're intimately familiar with them, players at this elo tend to underperform with the Civ.
Yeah, Akkal was looking to go 15 pop up, and he still is. Has to idle the TC a little bit though, as he does not have all the food. Only one food short. That's a shame there. But a little bit of idle time here. Androoo on the other side, more of a standard build. Obviously, Khmer you can do some interesting things with. Mayans a great Civ, but not going to be going up that early. Maybe the fastest feudal time in the tournament thus far. What can Mayans do against ballista elephants? Good question. What do you think, Jabari? Jabari. John.
Sorry. I think this might be one of those cases where the answer is not let them get to ballista elephants. I mean, it's an extremely expensive unit. I personally actually don't know what counters it naturally. It's possible that Akkal is kind of banking on Androoo doing the same thing, and not being too familiar, if that's actually his plan. But in all probability, that's ballista elephants are a very rare thing to see. I'd be shocked if that's his game plan here.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the only thing that really counters them is monks, right? So, and it's not even a great counter, to be honest. In my opinion, they're a little bit of an overpowered unit when it comes to that, but I think, like you said, we don't see them often. I think that's probably why. Fall up at just over 8 minutes to the feudal age, and he will be dropping the stable with 5 vills and starting to collect some wood now, moving out for the last bit of hunt. So should be fairly fine with this. Androoo looks like he is going to be just fine, falling up a little bit, and should be up before scouts even get to his base in mass. So all in all, I think Andrew's going to be in just a fine position here.
I don't know, man. I do love what Akkal's doing. He's hardcore committing to a strategy which is only possible given his Civs bonus. Building that stable with so many vills, going up at 15, queuing a bunch of scouts immediately. I think he'll be able to get some damage here.
Yeah, he does not know where his opponent is, though, but he's starting to deduce that he has to be near his opponent. He will find it. It will be open. This villager is likely going to be in a bit of trouble, but he notices, so Andrew's going to bring that villager back.
Yep, and I noticed that Akkal mentioned in the Discord, in the map balance discussion channel, that he would never lame a boar with the monkey because the monkey's so effective at fighting, and I feel like that might be foreshadowing him doing some serious damage with his monkeys these games.
Yeah, it would definitely be something to watch here. The monkey does have quite the attack speed. One villager is going to go down here, it looks like, as it's trapped in here. Still alive somehow, but going to be weak nonetheless. Villagers.
This is just incredibly successful, if you ask me. He's completely messing up Andrew's build here. The scouts have taken almost no damage. Meanwhile, I guess Akkal is somehow down quite a bit in vills. He has actually sacrificed over 3 vills worth of idle TC time to pull off this strat, which kind of makes the worthwhileness all very suspect.
Yeah, he is getting quite a bit of damage in here, though. The villager is going down 3-0 here, and ultimately that gates that idle time. Spears are out, though. Archery range is coming up. Scouts behind this have stopped in production, so we are sitting here at an equal game, even though there were 3 vills.
I like it a lot. I hope that Akkal has more to this strategy than just the opening, because while he may have taken a slight advantage at this point, it is a slight advantage at that, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, his worker efficiency isn't even better at this point. Androoo having better worker efficiency, which is kind of crazy after all the scouts in the base here. 2 scouts remain, but they are low HP. Economic upgrades are coming in for a call, so we will be ahead with those to start here.
The eco upgrades are very nice. I wonder, do you think he's going to make any more feudal military? Is he planning to just like hide in houses from archers if they come? I mean, he must be able to deduce from the civ pick from the early mining camp that Andrew's going to be bringing archers. Is he really just planning to house and wall? Okay, here comes the rage. So I guess he's going to probably go for skirm defense if I had to guess.
Yeah, and it's not too bad for either player, really. I mean, obviously, Akkal did some damage, had some idle time there, but he is pretty happy with himself here, putting some walls up. Gonna go into archery range. I mean, he's got a decent map for this. His gold is the most concerning part here. 2 piles are forward, and it looks like he's walling out that 3rd gold. Andrew's golds aren't really any better, though. I think his are probably worse, in my opinion. The stone also very forward. 1 is very safe, but see what happens here. We have archers moving forward, fletching on its way in, and we do have a spear accompanying these archers. There are skirmishers behind this, and there's a preemptive tower on the gold. I don't dislike that against Mayans. Pretty much know what you're going to be up against here.
I dislike the placement though, like 3 tiles back from the front of it. It's still very easy to imagine a tower being placed, which disrupts gold collection there outside the range of that. If you're going to tower your res, you kind of have to put it at the frontmost position to deny the opponent like any possibility of, you know, covering that resource with their own tower.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to wall it in a little bit as well, so see how this works out for him. The archers and the spear were spotted as they did take down a scout. Are moving forward. Likely to pressure that gold, but what happens here.
Yep, and worth noting, Akkal has basically had no more idle time since the start, so it's possible that it was actually part of his build and strategy almost to idle a bit, and he's not, you know, the kind of guy who just racks up a bunch of idle TC.
Now he's taking a really good engagement here too. Has the skirmishers here. They have no upgrades, but against only fletching, equal numbers. Not going to be a terrible fight by any means. Looking very, very clean behind this for him as he adds his own blacksmith now. He is pretty much walled up in the back, so only player can really attack in the front and have to go home or try to go back around in another direction.
Yep, I mean, Andrew actually took a 1-for-0 trade in that encounter with the archers versus the skirms here. I think it's fine for him to just build up archer mass and basically wait for crossbow to try and do any damage. Though at this rate, he's going to outnumber the skirms 2-1. The skirms with no blacksmith upgrades actually would probably lose in a proper fight here.
Yeah, and Androoo will be clicking up first, it looks like. Does have the buildings, just waiting on the food economy. And he's got 13 farms, has a few idols, just got done with the berries. Spears in defense, still looking very healthy here as he adds his 2nd range.
Yeah, Andrew's looking to be in a fabulous position here. He's going to get to Castle Age way sooner with a much larger army. This base is really vulnerable to crossbows. I mean, if they just do a lap around the TC here, they'll be able to kill a ton of vills, idle everything. And yeah, Andrew not feeling so confident to take the fight. I don't blame him at all. It's definitely proper to wait for Castle Age here, I think. Though, if he clicked those skirms and saw they had no upgrades, maybe he'd feel differently.
Yeah, I mean, he is going to be on this hill here. He is going to be forward and able to press. Skirms are kind of out of position now. Although Andrew seems to be walking directly towards them. I think he'll back up here, it looks like. Wait for his upgrades as he's going to be clicking up to Castle Age here any second now.
Yep, Akkal, however, will not be too far behind in the end.
Actually clicks up first. All things said and done. Adding in a stable as well behind this, so we'll see. Time is running out where Andrew has a advantage here, and soon there will be knights on the field.
I might disagree with that, especially after he cleans up these skirms. If he can go into the Castle Age with 20 or so crossbows, it's going to be very difficult for Akkal to compete with that. It's going to take a while for his knights to get up. With no skirms out, 20 crossbows could absolutely wreck here.
He is going through stable though, so he's fully committed to this here, getting blacksmith upgrades. for Androoo. And there's his farming upgrade, which is nice. Bloodlines coming in. No upgrades for cavalry just yet, though.
Does he have a blacksmith even?
He does, yes. Got
Cool.
that up. Here comes skill barding just as well. So we'll be +1 knights, but so far that's probably going to be it. Start with bloodline.
Yep, as a archer player myself who loves to take advantage of the early Castle Age power spike, I'm very curious to check out Andrew's micro here. The number of crossbows he has is kind of like right at the point where you can pretty much dive everything and try to fight anything, but at the same time, it can very easily get mopped up if you lose track of it for 1 second or you find yourself in a bad spot.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a very, very interesting Castle Age for sure. A Sonic Project asks, what are about knights to counter attacks while defensive siege? Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. The mobility is going to be what happens, how they play it.
Yeah,
Town centers behind this for Androoo. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say a Siege Workshop would do a ton here. The combination of Knights plus a Mangonel or a few Scorpions is so much harder to deal with than just straight Knights. As he's trying to take this encounter before the crossbow upgrade comes in.
Yeah, he didn't click crossbow right away. He went for the town centers instead. He will get knight numbers down, but he is losing a lot more than he would have in a situation. Crossbow should come in, though, before this fight ends. He will be able to clean it up, I believe, but losing quite to the archer numbers. I don't think he really had to, given that position.
Yeah, and that's actually an absolutely huge setback. With crossbows, their power kind of scales exponentially with the size of the mass, and maybe he lost 6 or 7 or so there. I mean, fights are often won or lost, by a difference of that many crossbows. He does have a decent number still, so his position's all right, but the numbers he just lost there are kind of the difference between being able to engage these knights comfortably or not.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's in chat. Says he queued it up behind 5 villagers, which is rough. Chimera Scorpion's also going to be something that will really be difficult to deal with crossbows.
Yep, and Androoo just running here. Oh boy, man, you got to work on this kiting a bit. Beautiful surround by Akkal. He doesn't pull it off perfectly, but he's stopping them. He's getting a lot of hits in. This is definitely a good engagement by the cavalry here.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna basically kill all of the numbers by the time this is said and done. Akkal is going to be sitting with a large military advantage. He is only 1 TC behind this, but villager count is equal at the moment, and there's very little military left on the field here for Androoo, as he will add pikemen behind this.
I mean, of course, it won't get called so early, but like in ranked games as an archers player, when that happens, the game is often over. The reason that crossbows are able to be competitive with knights in Castle Age is because you're supposed to start with a lot more of them. Once the numbers are completely wiped up, and in this case, the knights on the field greatly outnumber the crossbows, it's so unlikely that the crossbow player will be able to get up a large enough mass to ever fight back against the knights.
Yeah, it's feeling rough indeed. I will heal you. Thank you for the raid, man. Hope your night was well. Yeah, villager goes down on the front that he had quick walled in. And military value is vastly different at the moment.
Yep, and these scorpions here are so good, man. They deny rewalling behind, they counter pikes. I imagine that maybe a mangonel or something will also get added to be able to pressure TCs. This comp from Akkal right now, I don't know how I would deal with it if I were Androoo.
Yeah, I mean, he's going into pikemen, has +1 defense, has 7 pikemen, 7 crossbows, but just look at the army value difference, 760 to 2460 in value. Yes, they are counters, but when there's a scorpion in play, the knights will be just fine.
Yep, a second scorpion would help a lot, but I mean the knights also literally could probably just fight these pikes cost effectively.
Yeah, and the scorpion you speak of is headed forward here. Knights will run back though. Monks could be a nice idea, but monks are very underused, I feel like.
Yeah, monks would be awesome here. A few monks to convert knights that then, turn and burn the scorpions would, I mean, that's possibly the only thing that could help to defeat this army here.
Yeah, and it's 2 TCs behind this now. Akkal has the military control, has the map control, is actually ahead in villagers at the moment, and Androoo just trying to expand the eco behind this while under a lot of pressure is going to be a bit rough here for him.
Yeah, I mean, this is starting to get to the number of knights that can plausibly dive TCs. Androoo with very little standing army. This could end very soon here.
And Androoo double-clicked his vills there, pulled everything off the farms in the wood line. Always unfortunate. But Mayans being Mayans, you have to think he'll be okay if he gets out the military numbers, but his economy is so imbalanced, 1,700 gold and almost out of everything else at this point.
Yeah, and pure pike is definitely not the answer here. Maybe it provides him a little bit of life support in the event that he happened to be out booming his opponent. Maybe just buying time would be good. But in this case, he's actually not pulling ahead in eco whatsoever. These small numbers of pikemen just keep on dying for nothing. Yeah, GG.
Yep, and he's feeling it now, too far behind, no military. A rough transition, that big archer mass being decimated early here as he retreated back with just archers before crossbow was able to come in, hurt a lot. Akkal with a unique strategy here that ultimately helped him take game one, so I have to watch.
Yeah, I love it. 15 pop Khmer scouts. I have never seen that before, actually.
I will have to pay attention, see if this is going to be another interesting build or nothing from him. It just depends. I mean, Khmer questioned the decision. Mayans being Mayans, you would have thought they'd be in a better position, but the way Akkal played it, impressive indeed.
Yep, I mean, he definitely broke the mold, at least. I'm sure he surprised Androoo more than once over the course of that game.
Yeah, Khmer with the win, and Mayans with the lose. We will now go to Andrew's home map, which is Monkey Plains. So give us a second here, guys. Load up into game number 2.
Yep, ready when you are.
Second, things are loading. Thank you for the follow there, Project. Butcher your name forever, though, I apologize. Alright, I'm at 5 seconds.
Count it down.
3, 2, 1, go. Lanes! And we get to see a new situation here. You seen this lovely generation, guys? What do you think, Jabari?
I think this is great, man. This is the first time lanes has ever been oriented this way. Previously, the entire map was rotated 90 degrees every time. The only change to the map was its rotation here, but it is refreshing for sure. And I don't know, man. I think this map has a lot of potential. I think that it could be a map that's played in S tier tournaments. Adding polish, like having both orientations possible, might help it to get more notoriety.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of fun. I look forward to seeing this one go even more. I mean, this has been one of the most popular maps in the tournament, and I think with good reason. It's provided a lot of entertainment and a lot of really good games.
Yep, and is Akkal? No, I thought his monkey might have been moving forward there, but I was mistaken mixing the two up.
Yeah, both players just scouting right now. Middle Earth Run, thank you for the follow as well. Sorry I missed you there. It came in so fast behind projects there.
Yep, and very interesting Civ matchup here. Britain's kind of regarded as the top Civ on this map. I guess the fact that the map is pretty narrow makes it possible to build a nice death ball. Britons do that pretty well. Also, feudal play is kind of what determines a lot of games. Being able to pump out a bunch of archers in Feudal Age does very well. Sicilians, I feel like they're extremely vulnerable to archers until Imp. As an archer player myself, I love seeing the Sicilians pick. But of course, if it does get to the very late game and they get those fully upgraded Cavalier with extra armor, it's problematic.
Yeah, I mean, Sicilians have a lot of things going for them. They're very awkward civ to play against, especially whenever you don't have a lot of experience with them. And I mean, they are still a fairly new civilization to us all, so really been fun to see them in the tournament here and see players using them different strategies. Can't rule out a Donjon forward here as well. And with what we've seen Akkal do in the previous game, I wouldn't put it past him to go for that kind of play here. And it would be a very nice position as the gold, berries, hunt, and stone all forward on this one side of the map here for Androoo. But he will have safe gold stone in the back, so let's keep an eye on that. Players are both chopping towards the same lane, so we'll have to keep an eye on that if this does go late. See if players are fighting in both lanes for those additional resources. Another thing to point out on this map, all 4 of the relics are pretty equally distributed in 4 corners, and there are only 4 as they are all on the outside.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever seen the relics collected though on this map. I guess they don't really become available until like Imperial Age when players are so distracted that I guess it's hard to dedicate the APM for a monk.
Yeah, Androoo saves this Vil with only 1 HP. Very beautiful. Monkey does a lot of damage to buildings with that attack speed, and it will be difficult to keep track of as Akkal is using this monkey very aggressively, more so than we've seen most players. We have seen a few lames, but as far as trying to take out Vils, he's on it.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I am planning to use the monkey pretty aggressively myself. I mean, it's stronger than a scout. It absolutely destroys unloomed villagers. I think it can like 2v1 unloomed villagers very easily. It can also beat a full HP loomed villager. To not use it aggressively seems like a waste.
And Akkal just took out Andrew's Vil, who had brought it back to try to deal with that. And he took a bad fight downhill here, which is always rough. Britain player goes to gold at 19 pop. The boar was late coming in due to all of this going on. And I think Akkal will likely click up first. We see a barracks, and we have a villager on gold here. Could this be a man-at-arms play?
With the second Vil coming out, I'm more inclined to think archers.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. Sicilian archers are pretty viable. I believe they get all upgrades. Yeah, all upgrades except for the last archer armor upgrade. And Akkal again here with the Vils being unloomed, going for another Vil kick off here. If anything, that's a good bit of idle time, and Akkal is going to be up about 24 seconds faster.
Yep, and as Akkal, you probably can guess that Androoo will be bringing archers. I guess that's one of the good things about playing against the Britons is that they're so eternally predictable.
Yeah, Andrew, it looks like you may have lost a Vil to the boar. Oh no, you only have 1 Eco KD. No, you do have 2 Eco KD. Oh no, you lost the monkey and you lost a Vil on the berries. I believe, right? I know, we missed that one, which is a bit unfortunate, but militia are on their way forward. 3 of them. No villagers behind this, no one on stone, but Akkal is going out to the hunt here. No signs of walling for him. The side being walled up right now by 1 Vil will wide open here. A bit of a shame for Androoo as he was relying on some hunt here, and another Vil is in trouble.
Yep, and as we see this happen again, I feel like going for men-at-arms is so much better than walling here. Palisades just seem to not work here, and when the opponent goes men-at-arms, the men-at-arms player tends to get kills, idle everything, and they don't have to expend, their own resources and time walling. this is just like such a huge advantage Akkal is taking here.
Yeah, and this is a rough spot. I mean, he's been nothing but aggressive in this situation. Man-at-Arms upgrade is in as well. Sicilian Man-at-Arms as well. Going to be very interesting to see how this is dealt with, as it is 4 Man-at-Arms as well. I didn't even realize that there were 4 of them. Wood line here will be exposed in the back. And if this is found, and if the walls aren't up, it could be really ugly. Oh, they get in. Andrew's having a rough day as the blocking with the monkey is beautifully done. One Vil does go down.
Yeah, and these men-at-arms are still full HP. They can do a lot more damage. They're definitely going to keep the first many archers at home. And these men-at-arms are definitely a better resource investment than super early palisade walls.
Yeah, I think we're kind of seeing this develop a little bit more and more as well. We're going to need, I believe, Drushes and Man-at-Arms play much more frequently because they are quite powerful. And these 2 Vils here are probably going to go down. He's going to actually have to delete the house and run. Androoo is having a rough game here. Still wide open. Archer production is starting. Those 2 Vils will have to run. This wood line over here also very open. The monkey here is scouting around, and there are some low HP villagers on the gold. See if Akkal goes for it. He has chosen not to. Archers for Akkal coming forward as well here. So
I love the archers for Akkal. Normally, men-at-arms are countered by just like 1 or 2 archers because the archers outrange them and they're faster. If microed properly, the men-at-arms literally can't touch them. Akkal adding his own archers makes that so much harder for Androoo to do. It's going to give these men-at-arms a lot more time to stay out there fighting.
yeah, and he's going to add skirmishers behind this. He's actually taking the deer long distance, but it doesn't really change much. He's in such a good position with his military forward. The gate will absolutely melt, but the archers are here. And this should prompt Akkal to pull back. There we go. But still, this is really a tough spot for him to be in.
Yep, I mean, he's basically down 4 villagers at the end of this. It's very good damage. It's a great start for Akkal. Definitely nothing game determining.
Yeah, I mean, he is going to be ahead by a few villagers. He is still sending military forward. I mean, archers and skirmisher numbers, both players without a blacksmith and upgrades just yet. There is a blacksmith behind this actually for Akkal. None for Androoo, so the upgrades come in and there's still army forward. Androoo is still going to be in a rough spot. He will be getting fletching first, though.
Yeah, I mean, one of the good things, though, for Androoo is that he's producing the unit that he does want to go into. I assume Akkal does not plan to make archers and skirms the backbone of his army, whereas Androoo, he's kind of building his Castle Age army here.
Yeah, he's got fletching, so he will be doing a decent job here, but he is outnumbered slightly.
Yeah, outnumbered by skirms as well. These archers should not be taking this fight under any circumstance.
Impeccable Flaw. This is the 1500 bracket of the Banano Open Classic. Players are between 1300 and 1500 predominantly. You won't find it in that command because it's not hooked up to the Rex, unfortunately.
Yeah, Akkal continues to do damage here. This is just non-stop aggression. Both players have considerable idle time, but Akkal is just looking so much better here.
Yeah, and he's in a fine position indeed. Yo-Yo Dude disappointed that there are no towers. Remember, Sicilians do not get towers, so a donjon is a bit more of an investment here that he may just not be willing to give. He's honestly making this look very, very much like he's going to be able to take this game if he can keep pressure up. I mean, he has been relentless, and Androoo has done nothing but been able to try to react to this situation. Main gold is abandoned. The gold on the back is on a hill, making it a little bit awkward, but at least it will have to be safer. Current position. Scouts onto the field as well.
Yep, and I noticed in the last game also, Akkal did not get the feudal age ranged unit upgrades. Those are so huge. Without those, these scouts, these 2 scouts alone can probably clean up this entire army.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great turning point for Andrew here. He's only going to be 3 vills behind, although he doesn't know this at the time. And finally able to clean up the army, will potentially get his walls finished, and I think he really needs to try to go forward, get some sort of a counter attack in, as Castle Age Click has come in here for a call, and so far just skirmishers and a barracks. But I would imagine we're going to see a few stables. There is.
Yep. Yeah, there was excellent feudal aggression, but Andrew's actually looking pretty fine here. I guess he's going to be way slower up, but his total villager number is not that far behind. If he's able to re-wall, I don't think that he's in an especially bad position.
Yeah, ILTC time for both fairly similar, and only 3 economic units have gone down for Andrew, one of which was either to a boar, potentially to a boar. I'm not sure that it happened, but Andrew thinks it did as well, and I wouldn't be too surprised given the circumstances, all that pressure he was under. Nonetheless, Akkal is not really walling behind this Kados, and he will take damage here if it comes in quickly. And the problem here is he has very, very little time to wait for this to happen. This stable could be denied, though, which could be huge, actually, as it looks like it will be denied. Wow.
Yeah, that is so huge. I mean, knights were the thing that would make this bad for Andrew. Without knights coming up, this castle age is not scary at all.
Yeah, and there's the scouts attacking the spear. They will survive. There goes another vill, so that will finish the stable. Andrew, I think he should have stayed forward with these and tried to kill just a couple vills even. It's only 5 archers, but he will be returning home with them. Second archery range coming down, and Castle Age should be very close behind here for Andrew now, who now has a villager advantage, but a lot of that deals with just uptime.
Yeah, and as Tech Chariot points out, Akkal is actually now 2 stables. That was only his second stable that got denied, as he is queuing the knights 2 stables across, Bloodlines, first armor upgrade. Andrew just now clicks up. Akkal's going to have a good time raiding with these once he breaks the palisade wall, presumably.
No, I almost feel like this is where Stonewall become utilized for him here. This gate, this palisade gate, I almost feel like you just put a stone gate right behind it at this point and try to keep everything out as best you can. Archer numbers, though, up to 12 already, and now we have this 2 range reduction, so will be a very nice position.
Yep, Andrew also has a few archers trapped between his range and the trees. He's going to have to eventually delete that range in order to free them and prevent further archers from having the same fate.
That is a shame, yeah. Very rough. Stone gate behind this. Will it be in time? Stone walls. No reaction. The scouts do go out and does get it down in time. It sacrifices the scouts, but that's well worth it to keep your economy in a better position. And the archers will push this back.
Yep, and it looks like Andrew is basically just fine at the end of all this. I would say that he's slightly behind economically, but besides that, I actually almost prefer his position.
I do like how Akkal is playing this as aggressive as he can, though. He has done nothing except be aggressive, and here's a forward siege workshop. Did see him go into Scorpion last game. Potentially go for something like that. Although in this situation, I feel like Rams would be the addition that I'd like to see from him.
I definitely agree, especially against Britons. Mangonels are reasonably easy to micro down, and Rams are just an absolute nightmare unit.
Yeah, economies behind this are fairly close. Upgrades a little bit better for Akkal here. His second TC is already up. I have the TC just now going up for Andrew, but the crossbow numbers are pretty decent. But like you said, 3 of them are trapped. And if you look at the value of army, Akkal is slightly ahead, as it is going to be a battering ram coming forward. I like to see it. I like to see it's a good strategy here against Britons for sure. Mangonel is honestly just going to get killed from Briton range, I feel like.
Yep. And without Andrew having his own defensive siege workshop, the ram breaks through the walls 100%.
Yep. Kados in chat. Yep. No monks yet again. I think monks are very, very underutilized, honestly, in many, many ages and elo ranges. The ram is taking a good bit of damage, but the range is as well. But the ram ultimately will go down here.
I'm kind of surprised how fast that one melted, actually.
Yeah, good crossbow numbers, though. Andrew has quite the resources bank here. Are we looking at a potential Imperial Age play?
I mean, I would say yes. Otherwise, why would he be banking this much if he was looking to boom, maybe sell some of that gold for wood, put down another TC, convert that food into vills. I feel like it must be intentional for him to build this bank, and the only reason he would do that would be for the imp.
A very nice timing with these knights here, though. Going to actually take out the range, and actually wants to come forward with a castle here. This is risky. He knows the military is here. I think putting it on this hill in your base is a much better position. Maybe he's doing that now, as Akkal actually wants to build one in his face in his opponent's base. Oh, there's only 2 vills here.
Oh boy, and the Sicilians are right here if they want a castle drop with that faster Sicilian castle. Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Oof.
Andrew thinks better of it.
Yeah, but now his gate is being held open by all of the villagers underneath of it with the crossbows. It's a rough position to be in. There will be the castle positioning. The crossbows will likely have to come out and try to deal with this.
It's a devastating castle position.
Oh, the mangonel shot under. Oh, it was beautiful. I don't know how many died, but so much HP just went down here.
Good damage. Another case where a monk would be really helpful to heal those up.
And now this castle is going to be under threat. The crossbows that are trapped here are going to be killed. This range is going to be taken down. That means 2 ranges will likely go down here. Castle v Castle will be a race to Imperial Age, and both players are fairly close to Imp, but Akkal very far ahead here as far as villager count now.
Yep, and this castle position is just awesome. It ranges so many buildings. It is kind of on the fringe of that gold. I mean, I like it. Pure aggression from Akkal.
GG comes in. Akkal will take it. Andrew saying that he's so damn rusty, and good sportsmanship too, but GG's.
Yep, Andrew, always a good sport. Thanks so much for playing in the tourney. Akkal, congratulations. He's showing some stuff here. These were some clean strats he brought. Definitely something very unique with the Khmer on Jungle Arabia. I look forward to seeing him move forward.
Yeah, and it was a good showing from Akkal here. Another player to keep our eye on moving forward. This is only the round of 32. We have had so many good games, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this one progresses the next later rounds. But that is going to be it for this set. We do have another set for you this evening. We are going to update the bracket. If anyone wishes not to be spoiled and wants to actually watch them, there is the YouTube link. They are also available in the VODs of this channel as well. But we're going to update the bracket, so spoiler alert, it is incoming right now. And Akkal is moving on, taking the title over Andrew. GG's, congrats. He will move on to face Dio Raja, or Roja, or however we pronounce this. Jabari, help me.
Dio Roja has been confirmed. Yeah.
There we go. All right. Next set will be the final set in the round of 16. Right back, getting that started in just a second, guys.